we doing here?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, Farks. Rocky Horror Picture Show is a cult classic starring... what's his name? Shit, I don't even have my hat on. My hair looks bunk. Meatloaf is in it. I got that. Damn It, Janet is in it. She's a blonde-haired girl and she has a boyfriend. And maybe I'll think of the guy's name as we move through this thing. Frankenfurter. Is Frankenfurter the guy I'm trying to come up with his actor name? Oh, does it have a Y sound in it? Somebody, E? One syllable, two syllables. That one ends with an E sound. Is that right? Like Gene Chewy or something like that, for example, would fit that pattern. All right, kids, here's how it goes. The blonde-haired girl and her nerdy boyfriend are on a dark and stormy night. And it's raining. Oh, because I said it's stormy already. Okay, and they're driving, and I think their car breaks down. And I don't know where they're going, but I think they're going to get engaged, or maybe they just got engaged. And they come across a creepy mansion, and they go into it because they're like, that's a good idea on a dark and stormy night, I think. And then they get there, there's characters called... oh, fuck. Charisma. Carousel. Roller skates. There's a person on roller skates with a bow tie. Am I mixing these two people together? There's also with short, tiny hair and booty shorts that are sparkly. And there's another person with an afro, a white person though, but with a big fluffy red afro. Maybe that's the person on roller skates. And one of them is a tap dancer. And there's a hot guy who I think is a robot. So I think what's happening, not a robot, but like, there's a crazy mad scientist. His name is Dr. Frankenfurter. He's a drag queen, a sexy bitch. And he wears a black outfit. And he's kind of vampire-y looking, like pale and whatever. And big red lips he has. Oh, it's Emily. I think that he is a mad scientist who is putting together a Frankenstein monster who's supposed to be like the perfect studly man. And he does make him, and he's like a doof. And I don't remember what his name is at all, but the doof guy is like a Ken doll, basically. And so he's there, and I think he's naked the whole time, but like with shorts on. But I mean, like his buff chest is out, and he has this blonde hair. Oh, because he looks like Ken. I already said that. So these are a bunch of characters. I have no idea what Meatloaf does. He comes in on a motorcycle and sings a song about himself and his motorcycle, I think, and how he's hardcore or something like that. But I don't know what he does. And there's all kinds of mischief and mayhem that happens, and they basically try to get Janet and the boy like sexed up. It's real like, get sexy is the thing. And they don't let them leave. And I think Janet gets naked, or maybe the boyfriend gets naked because they got rained on, and so they're wearing like other clothes then. And the boyfriend is really nervous and super nerdy, and he's like really nervous for a long time, but Janet like gets into it. And I think she actually might have sex with, she does have sex with somebody, but is it the buff Ken or is it Frankenfurter? Maybe both. She do have sex with one of them bitches. Oh, I think there's a scene where the nerd boy ends up having sex with somebody too. Maybe he has sex with Frankenfurter. And she has sex with a Ken doll. Oh no, I think both them bitches have sex with somebody else. And I think they were virgins. And that was part of the thing. Some shit. It's sexy up in here in this show. I can tell you that. And what else happens? There's a lot of singing. The guy who is the main character, the drag guy, Frankenfurter, has like his lips are really like expressive and stuff. And they're important. I think they're like the logo or something for the show. Oh, I think in the beginning scene, it's like you see just his mouth like singing the song. Is there anything else that I can tell you? I know that Meatloaf dies. I feel like the Ken doll dies. There's a lot of killing, and I don't know who's killing people or why, but I know that a lot of people die at the end. And there's a song called Damn It, Janet that the guy sings. The nerd boyfriend sings that to her. I don't know why he's damaging her. He's frustrated, apparently, by something that she's doing. Probably because she's getting Like she's getting like vibes in her hips and stuff, and he gets like nervous about it. Is there anything else? What's that charisma's name? I know I'm gonna think of it as soon as you're just gonna say it, and then it's gonna be over. Calliope. Canasta. It's a good name. And the other one's called like something something. It has two names, like Rolls Royce and Charisma are their names. I can't wait to find out what their real names are. Oh, they're such great characters. Yeah, and I think one of them roller skates and one of them tap dances. And there's good dancing and great songs. It's a musical, if I didn't say that already. I think that's it. I tell you, I don't know how it ends, but I know several of them be dead at the end. I think there's maybe something bloody that happens. Sexy times. Did they get away? Oh no. I think more people come. Does the police come? Perhaps. I don't know. The other thing I have to say about it being a cult classic is like there's some kind of shit that happens when people go to see it live where they are doing like stuff, they have props and like at a certain, it feels like a sort of like a Catholic church mass where like the priest says something and then everybody gets on their knees and does some kind of something and they all know what's happening but you don't if you're not in on it. You know what I mean? Like that happens a lot, I think. They're going to work all the costumes. People be dressing up like Charisma and Rolls Royce and Frankenfurter and the Ken doll. And, oh, Rocky. His name is Rocky. The Ken doll's name is Rocky. I got that. Meatloaf's name, though, he has like some kind of like a very masculine, like a macho kind of a name, I think. Like Meatloaf or something. Like Ron. I don't know what. Something like that. Maybe he's a police. No, he's definitely not a police. There's a lot of though like hips that are like, ooh, hips kind of action like that. And yeah, Frankenfurter's styling is fantastic. All their outfits are sick. Oh, and I think that Janet's boyfriend's body's like sick. I think he like when he has to get naked, he's like suddenly he's like actually hot. I might have made that part up. But I think it might be true. And we're like, ooh, surprise. Jake is hot. His name is not Jake. I wonder what his name is. A nerd name. Like Philip maybe. Something like that. I don't know. That's about all I have. But it's really fun, I think, and cool. And I would like to see it live. But I think I would feel weird about seeing it live because I'm not in on it. Like how you feel when you go to Catholic Mass, but you're not Catholic, like that. But it's neat. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, it's cool for these people, but I'm not really in on this. Yeah, it's for some reason people are into it at Halloween time. I guess because people get killed in it. It makes it a Halloween. Is it a horror thing? Perhaps.